Yeah, now and then just wrap a rubber band around it, but try to not wrap it around the scroll. Just below and around it and then below so that it doesn't fall off.
Okay, so below.
Do you need your mom's help?
I'm just gonna wrap. Ah, never.
I don't want you to be out of tune by touching the. There you go. So then when you put it up against the wall, right? Pretend this is the wall. See, it doesn't affect it. Okay. Now, one of the main characteristics of these famous violins are the scrolls. It's the signature look of the scroll. People take pictures of this way, that way. It's like a piece of artwork, the scroll. So if you break your scroll, you can also lean too hard on the wall. So don't lean too hard where all your body weight with the violin on the wall. You want it where it's just placed on against it, like this, but don't press like put all your weight in there. You can break it. Okay. That's not good either. Okay, so it also this doesn't scratch the scroll doesn't scratch the wall and make lines all over, right? You know what I mean? Okay, so this is a very pivotal point. Learning vibrato. If you don't learn it right, you have this very bad vibrato that you continue trying to fix. So I want to give you good habits in the beginning. So let's write a few things down before we do these vibrato stuff, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so you're learning a beginner vibrato, and there's a few tips I want you to write down, okay?
Okay.
So, vibrato beginner tips.
Let me start writing this down.
Okay. I can't see you, so you have to let me know when you're done or something, whatever, right? Okay, so.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah?
So tip one is you have to imagine that your vibrato is like a gentle knock on a door. So when you knock on a door very lightly, like you don't want to wake up the baby, for instance, you're just knocking so that someone on the other side can hear just a little bit, you know what I mean? So they can open the door for you. Do you understand?
Okay.
So we're going to
Yeah.
practice that movement, a gentle knock on a door, okay? Tip two.
So for tip one, should I say the movement? So is tip one, do I just write the movement of a vibrato is like the light knocking of a door?
Yes. And you have to use your imagination and have that kind of consistency when you vibrato. If not, you're going to have this wacky, out of tune vibrato all over the place, and it doesn't sound even. Okay. Okay. Two. You have your first finger needs to be away from the fingerboard. So what I tell people is not like put it far away, but just turn your hand clockwise a little bit. Your whole hand. So that then your first finger is not leaning on the fingerboard. Okay?
So first finger needs to be away from the fingerboard to
Yeah, so think of a cork
turn
screw. You're
slightly
screwing your hand. Your hand is just doing this. Can you see it? You see my hand? I'm doing this, right? So
yeah.
You're not like this. You do like this, okay? And then you're going to have enough space between the fingerboard and your finger. If your first finger needs to have space, then you can vibrato. If not, you can't vibrato any well, okay? Tip 3. Your first finger knuckle, this knuckle right here, the first knuckle right here needs to be flexible. I'm teaching you wrist vibrato, by the way, but eventually I'll teach you finger vibrato. And I don't really teach much of hand. Arm. Arm is, it's not for the long run. For the long run, if you want to not like hurt yourself, it's best that you learn wrist and finger. Okay? So this knuckle needs to be flexible.
So first finger knuckle
needs to be flexible. Needs to be able to bend, see? Okay? Okay? Okay, so then here, what do I have here? You have to, when you press down, you're pressing down in an angle, okay? So your fingers are not flat, like flat like this. You see how there's no, it's like flat? And it's not on its tippy toes, okay? It has a little angle.
Like 45 degrees?
Yeah, so write that down. It can be 45, it can be a little lower than that too, but don't be like flat, okay? And what you're trying to get is this ball, this imaginary bulbous area on your tip right here, this fleshy area. Okay? You're not trying to play on your nails, so make sure you cut your nails so it doesn't get in the way of vibratoing sometimes. And you're not trying to be like right bottom, right? You want to be like kind of like 45 around this area. Okay? What else? This is beginner vibrato because you're not going to go into the advanced exercise that I made up. You're going to learn vibrato like a beginner. So in beginner, you have to learn in third position, okay? So right now, let's do it. So Gabriel, pick up your violin, okay? Put your bow on your piano keys for a minute, okay? We're not going to need the key yet, okay? So first off, so think about the big movement. We're going to make big first. So think of sliding your hand and then back. See how you're sliding? And then we're going to get smaller and smaller until it's a small one, right? So right now, just make it big, very big. See how very big? And your thumb needs to move. You see how your thumb is moving? Your thumb has to move when you vibrate. It doesn't stay still, okay? So the fleshy part of the thumb has to move. So that's a tip too, okay? Don't be rigid. You're not going to be able to vibrato. And to not squeeze. So your first finger, again, your hand, see how you turn your hand and there's a space right there? See, there's a space, see? There's a space. Okay? This is very critical because if I teach you the wrong way, you're going to have this very bad vibrato and then it's hard to break. I'm telling you, it's very hard to break. And then some students do it on their own and they may be lucky, but then in the long run, it hurts their hand. They just realize they don't know how to do it right because it hurts. It should not hurt. It should be naturally well played. You can play for a lifetime, okay? Okay, so here, question 1.
Oh.
What is the pitch of a vibrato note? The pitch is 2 pitches. One is the tone, and then one is the lower tone. Okay, it's not the higher tone. It's just the note itself, and then the lower tone of that note. Okay, do you understand? So vibrato has 2 pitches, right?
So it's 2 notes.
Yeah, a vibrato actually is not necessarily. Yeah. You know, it's you know, they're gonna hear it as e u, and I call it e and u. Just the sound is a little bit different, right? And e is higher, and then the u is the lower tone. Do you understand? So when I say e u, you understand.
So it's the higher tone and then the lower.
Yeah, the higher tone is what? The note, not the higher tone, meaning like above the tone. Do you understand? So
yes, so
this note, if I'm playing
like alternate
F sharp, this is the tone, and then lower than will that be like this. Do you hear the difference? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yes. So don't play the higher one above the F sharp. Don't do that, okay? There's no 3 tones, okay? It's not the above one and then the tone and then the low. You're gonna be okay.
Because that's a turn.
Yeah.
That's a turn.
Okay. So, okay. Again, question 1 is, what is the pitch of a vibrato note? And what is it?
It's on the note that you are. It's the upper tone of that note and the lower tone.
Not the upper, but the tone of the note.
Oh yeah, the tone.
Yeah. So you don't get confused and you're trying to play these the turn, okay? 3 notes, okay? It's only 2 notes. So now think about it, okay? So I don't want you to jump into it. I don't want you to crazy vibrato for no reason. The crazy vibrato is the first thing that students do, and it's actually bad habit. And then every time you play vibrato, you're like spazzing out. So don't do that, okay? Okay, so first off, your finger here, pretend this is my fingerboard. I'm just showing you this way so you can see it. So your finger is 45, right? So what you're doing is you're going the tone and then a little flat. See how your first knuckle is bent down, right? And then your hand is moving it. See? So you're not just bending your knuckle. Just this is finger vibrato. Finger vibrato, no wrist at all. So this is finger versus wrist. See, this is finger, okay? And this is wrist. See how your hand is moving, your wrist and your hand is moving the finger down and up. There's an association, okay? What helps is because it's a bigger muscle, it's a bigger thing, you know? Not muscle, but it's a hand. It would, forward movement is a lot easier than just a finger. Now think of a projectile, half projectile. Do you know what that looks like, right? Projectile, like a ruler that's like half, 180 degrees, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so finger-wise has a smaller diameter, smaller circle, okay? Finger, vibrato. Wrist has what? Bigger. You're moving with a bigger circle, okay? You're swiping, so what I'm showing you is this, okay? This is very mathematical. There's some geometry involved. So this is finger, the bottom circle. The middle circle is wrist. Arm is the top. You see how big this circle is? Do this for a minute. Look how big the circle is. You're making a what? I don't know how many feet that is of a circle, right? Do you understand? So the what is that? The L, whatever, you know what I mean? So you're swiping really big, right? Do you understand? And then your wrist, look how big this wrist movement is. How from the tip of here, I don't know how many inches your finger is, but you're swiping around this much, right? And your finger, think of your finger, right? How big is the swipe? Here, back here, right? Do you understand? It's a smaller circle than the other ones. And do you understand?
Yeah.
So you can use a combination. You don't have to just do finger or just wrist. Most people that are advanced do all three, okay? They do all three. And some movements, I do wrist sometimes, do arm sometimes, but I don't use it too much because it's a big muscle. It hurts if you keep doing it, right? You can hurt yourself if you do it wrong, okay? Okay, so first thing, just put your violin down on your side for a minute. So question one, what was the question?
The pitch of a vibrato.
And remember, you're gonna answer it to me. Don't read it off of the page, okay? You gotta know it, okay? So what is it?
Yeah. It's the pitch which you're using the vibrato on, and the one that goes below it.
Okay. So these tips that I gave you on wrist vibrato, you gotta have to use them. There's a coordination to it. So now let me see you, so I can show you, and I can see you do it. Okay. So right now we'll use something. I don't know. We use some. We don't have the wall is too far away. So I'm going to use my.
I get to have the wall.
I can use my stand for a minute, okay? Or use my little tablet here, okay? So here's the knob. Okay, put your violin down for a minute. We got to do this methodically so that you don't create bad habits. I'm so scared of making you where you just start playing and it's really bad. Okay, so something that has like a back like this, a booklet, whatever. Okay. It's not too heavy, right? So here, when you knock, don't wake up the baby. See how I'm not waking up the baby. I'm just so like pretend your mom and dad has another baby and they're sitting in there like they're just making sure the baby's sleeping, and you want to come in to ask your dad or your mom a question. So you're like, oh. Do it. See this wrist right here? Am I going? Ow, ow. You hurt yourself, right? And you're not yanking. You're just doing what? You're flexible. You know, you're flexible in the wrist, and then your fingers are moving. Look at the individually as you're moving your wrist. So you're moving your wrist, which moves your finger waving. Let the fingers wave. See how the fingers are waving? So when you knock, you let the fingers, they do this kind of movement, like this, right? They do it like that, right? So do that. Just, yeah. Don't go forward. Do it back, and then there's a release. Okay? Not forward, but this way. See how it releases? That's when you relax, okay? because you don't want to be jerking forward. You want to do the jerking in the back, okay? Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, now I'm going to teach you actually to play a note, okay? We're going to do second finger in third position on the D string. So you have a piece of tape, just put your second finger on the fourth finger tape. Do you understand? Right? Okay, see? Don't play it. Put your bow down. Put your bow down, okay? This is, I'm telling you, you need to do it slowly. You don't want you to spaz out your vibrato, and then that's how you have spazzy vibrato, okay? So here, you use the back of the violin to help you find or guide you to a wall, okay? So you're gonna go, when you release, make it finger flat for a minute, and then let it hike up. So here, flat, and then hike up. Okay, do it slowly. See how I'm doing it, showing you the movement. You see like this, and then flatten, and then back. Let me see. Can you do it the other way so I can see it? Your hand is in the way where I can't see it. Yeah. Now, make sure you engage the wrist. The wrist is actually, so here, see how the wrist is moving the finger? I'm moving my wrist to move my finger. And I'm like really jelly. Your finger should be very gelatin. When you move your hand, you do this. See, look. Oh, this is what you do. Hold your other one. Hold your hand like this. Now, just without we're gonna pretend that your hand is not being used right now. Use your right hand to pull. Just tug at it. Tug forward. And what happened to that finger?
It's going down and then up and down.
Yeah, so that's what you want. You want this movement where your hand is moving your finger, not your finger only. Understand? This is wrist vibrato, okay? So when you do it fast, see, I wish I was there. This is one thing that I can help you is manipulate your hand right now and give you a vibrato. I vibrato your hand to get a vibrato. You understand? So here, so do that. Don't move this hand. Just use your other hand to do it. Okay? Okay? And then while you do that, I will bow for you. I wish someone over there can bow for you while you're doing that. Because then you know what I mean? There's a lot of different things. So now, you feel that the main thing is your finger is gelatin. It's really your wrist moving that finger, right? Okay, so now let's do it a little bit more mechanical, okay? Don't do it fast. We're going to do it ee-woo, like ambulance or, okay? Okay, so like here, and then here. Here, then in here, okay? Every time I do, look at my hand. Look at my hand. What's it doing?
It's going like...
Look at this wrist. What am I doing?
You're pushing back and then...
Using it as a wall so I can see that. Okay. So use your other hand if you need to. And see how you're touching the wall and then letting go? Flat, touch the wall of the violin. Okay? There you go. So now when you play with your bow, don't mess this up, okay? This is the coordination part. This is you want to play one big long bow with steady speed so you can have a long note, okay? So it's going to be like this. It's very wide right now. It's really wide, vibrato. Look how my hand is engaged and touching the wall. So you're doing maybe 2 in one big bow. Or do a few of them if you can, but not too fast, okay? So do it. Big, long, steady bow. I can't hear you. Your original sound is off?
Oh.
So start with the pitch first. See? Like this. Look, 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 look. Do it again. No, you're not rolling. You're not rolling your hand. Stop, 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 stop. You're doing it wrong. Okay, look, 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 look. Turn this way. Again, you're using your hand. You're gonna straighten it out and then let it rebound back to its normal roundness. Straighten it out, roundness. And every time you come back, you hit the violin, you see? Okay, got it? Flatten your feet, flatten those fingers, like make it where it's flat, like pecking, and then curl back up. Yeah, like that. So now, watch me, and turn this way. I can see you now. So you're doing well. So do this way, okay? So now, just go, duh. See how I touch the violin? Duh. Flatten your fingers. Flatten your fingers, away, back on, curl back up. First you got to do what? Start with the curl first, and then you flattened. Okay, there you go. Now play with the bow. Great. So now think about your fingers not going this way. It's going towards your shoulder right here. You're kind of doing what? Kind of crooked. You see how it's like this? So the finger is towards this shoulder, cross shoulder. It's not up and down the string. It's across the string. Do you understand? So towards this shoulder. Okay, do it again. Yeah. And make sure your finger is pointing towards this shoulder. Your finger is too what? Too straight. You're too perpendicular. You turn this too much. You turn too much, right? You want it where it's just a little bit. There's a little space between the first finger and here, but don't do too much where it's now perpendicular to the finger. You don't want the finger like this. What do you want? Look, look. You want this. Not like this, but this, okay? Towards your left shoulder. Pointing, yeah. Okay, don't let go of your thumb. Your thumb should be what? This fleshy part should move, but don't let go. And now you're not going to have stability, and it's very wobbly. Okay. Don't choke the don't choke it. Okay, the neck. Good job. Great. So now when you do it, right? You're gonna do it. This is the exercise. Exercise 1. You're gonna do this ambulance sound. You try to make 2 E woos. Yeah. Homework number 1 is vibrato exercise or homework, right? Homework number 1, vibrato exercise. First one is what? Second finger, third position. I want you to make 2 E woos. 1 E woo, 2 E. You understand? E woo, wee woo, in one bow. And make sure you do an up bow like that too. So you learn how to up bow vibrato, not just down bow vibrato, right? The main thing is because you are bowing, you forget to bow. You focus all your focus in your left hand, and what happens? You forgot how to bow all of a sudden. Great. And then we're gonna do, now that you do 2, maybe you can do 3 in a bow. Okay, so a little faster. So okay. You're not moving your hand, your wrist. You're moving your fingers only. Make sure you peck. See how I'm using my wrist and my finger collapses. I basically move my hand and my fingers flat. Move it back up. Now your thumb is out. Don't just have this air thumb, okay? It needs to be there, but don't squeeze, okay? Put your thumb, don't put it in the air. I know the sound is bad, but that's how it is, okay? In the beginning, it's okay. It's learning how to be light on your hands and then have enough pressure. Let go of your hand. Your hand is touching the violin the whole time. Remember? Touch, let go. Touch, let go. And when you let go, what happens? Your finger's flat, you see? It's a very elastic. Yeah, you're not getting enough flex in the first knuckle. I don't hear it. That's the now turn my way for a minute. There's another no. Moving all this movement, no vibrato at all. You don't want that. The extreme end is all this movement, no sound. I don't hear any vibrato at all. It's just all this sound for no reason. The main thing is you need to collapse your finger, and because your hand is moving outward. You know what I mean? Your hand is what? Pulling the thumb, the finger away. The hand, see? The hand is moving and the finger collapses. The hand is moving. And when you move away from the violin, it's fine. But when you go back, you need to touch the violin, okay? So now let's do it against a wall. Use a wall, it should help you a little bit because you're having that movement. You don't want to move your violin. You want to move the finger to that note. You want the note to move, not the vibro. You don't want to be like this. Okay? Do it. So put it into the wall.
No, I'm going to this wall, but...
Okay, so that works. Not too much pressure. You don't want to break your violin. I can't see your hands though. Is there a way you can put it somewhere that it's against something and I can see your hands? Oh, that's better. Okay. I still can't see your hands. I can only see the top of your violin, the body only. Can you put your iPad on angle somehow? There you go. Maybe that's better. Okay, that's actually I can only see your wrist. I still can't see your hands. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, there. Don't let go of your thumb. Your thumb is not like that, okay, in real life, okay? Your thumb is still around your violin. Now, when you look at how your thumb moves, look how my thumb moves, like this. Look where my thumb is. It moves with my hand, doesn't it? Yeah. There you go. So your turn. It pecks and moves in the right direction. Same with the fingers. Your thumb needs to be back a little bit. Your thumb is too close to the finger that you're vibratoing. There you go. Put it where you can feel your hand. So here, when you relax, how you just put your fingers down. This is your relaxed hand, right? And then you straighten it out. And then you back up. Straighten it out. Okay. Perfect. That's it. But now you have to coordinate with your bow. This is the hard part, is to coordinate as a beginner vibrato. You cannot coordinate. You keep playing up bow and down bow like you don't know how to keep in one bow, right? So do 2 E-woos in one bow, okay? Okay, first, let's do this. Watch me for a minute. The exercise is going to be, let's do 1 E-woo, then double it up, and then quadruple. Get it? So it's going to be 1, 2 E-woos, and then 4. So it's going to be like this. So you have whole bow, half, half, okay? So you get. It doesn't have to be beautiful because I'm trying to get you to be light in this finger, okay? It can be that where your finger is not pressed too hard, you know what I mean? It can be, it doesn't have to be pressed down too hard, okay? Do it. Has that fuzzy sound, it's okay. So then do 2 in 1. So you have to really think about it, okay? You really have to slow down your movements and learn how to count in one bow. Okay? So now do 2 in one bow. So you have to split how would you distribute bow distribution? Make sure you have 1 and 1 half, E-woo in first half, E-woo in the second half. Don't do more than 2. Okay, I'm seeing your back, so let's do this way. I can see you right now. Okay, there you go. So turn this way so you can see me. Okay, so again, take your time. I even close my eyes because I don't want to be affected by how long my bow is. So. Do that much. Just do 1. Make sure you have a good bow, okay? Move this way a little bit. I can only see the back. I can't see your violin. Turn this way. Turn to the left a little bit. Turn to the left. There you go. There you go. Now make sure all your other fingers are flat too. Okay, for now. Basically, you have to hear it, okay? So. Okay, I know it's kind of crazy looking and it sounds weird, but you got to get those big ones in first. Okay, your turn. Good job. So now we're going to do it double time. Make sure it's equal. Don't make a 3 here, a 4 here, a 5 here, up, down, and make sure it's equal. Good Good job. But you're not letting go of your violin. You're trying to like keep your hand on the violin the whole time. To make it wider, you gotta what? Let go, right? And peck. Make it stretch out your fingers, okay? Don't be too close to the violin on the lower tone. Okay, turn this way. Again, I can only see your back. Can you? There you go. Just turn enough where you can see me, and there you go, like that. I can see you. Good, good, good. Now control the bow length. Now, I told you, the bow is now the critical thing right now because you can do the vibrato, but the coordinating with actually playing a normal bow like you would do without a vibrato, you forgot already. Make sure you control the speed. Okay, so do it. Just control the speed so you can play a longer bow. Yeah. So you're doing now double that. You did that. You did this. Look. Don't let go of your thumb. It's good that your thumb is like wiggling, but it needs to be still on the violin, right? So remember your thumb, the meat on the thumb is moving, see? I'm touching the side of the wall the whole time, but my thumb is moving, you see? It's not like waving around. How can I make my violin like this? I need my thumb. Okay, so you do it. So do it again. Make sure your thumb, the meat of the thumb is still on the violin and moving. Okay, you're not moving the thumb. The thumb moves by itself. Just don't be rigid, okay? Yeah. But can you do an up bow? And fully, okay? So do this. So do that length, that speed of vibrato, but now do it fully. To the frog, to the tip. I wish I was there because then you can imitate. Can you hear the vibrato? Yeah. I want you to imitate the speed of the vibrato and also the length, the width of the vibrato. So do it. Okay, so now this is the critical part. You're actually going to press down a little harder with your finger, okay? Same bow, but harder with your fingers. Little by little. I'm going to change it little by little. Yeah. I'm going to teach you how to connect your bow again. Remember I told you how to connect legato bows? Right now remember not to lighten up. And don't just play heavy in the middle part of the bow and at the tip you lighten up. Don't let it, right? So do this. Look. Same what? What is this? Same speed and what? Even pressure. You have to lighten up at the frog so you can try to get it where it sounds like the frog and the tip, okay? So it should be like this. The turn is very important. Let's just practice the turn on the tip. Just a few. Do this. Watch what? Don't do it until you watch me. Look. This is what I want you to do, and then you do it. Turn this way so you can see me fully. You're just eyeballing me in one eye. So I'm not playing a full bow. I'm teaching you how to play and turn at the end, right? So just upper middle only. This is called continuous vibrato. Okay, just at the tip only, okay? Do it. Just at the tip only. Tip the upper middle part only. So you can stay bow. You don't have to play a full bow. I'm trying to learn it. Don't go down, go up only, like this. Just practice this part, because I want you to turn it a little bit more smoother. Can you do it again? I can't hear it. Is your original sound on?
Yeah.
I can't hear anything. Don't stop the vibrato in between bows. Continue the same speed of vibrato continuously into the next bow. Like this. Watch, watch. Turn this way. Turn my way now. Don't turn backwards anymore, so I can hear you. Okay? Because your F holes are facing that way. Okay? Look, right here. Do you hear the turn? Was it pretty smooth? Was it continuous? Did I waver in my speed of my vibrato when I change?
Yeah.
Are you sure? My vibrato speed. Is my vibrato equal? See, it goes into the next string, the next up bow. It's equal, okay? Do it. Just practice the turn of the tip only. Right. Now, at the wrist, remember the wrist needs to be a little bit flexible. Like you're throwing a towel or a paper towel or something and throwing it up in the air. Okay? So you don't have to do it fast. You just have to have a swan neck wrist, right? Where you're throwing it up at the end where you're changing a bow, an up bow from a down bow. Do you understand? This. Okay? So do it. So add that in. So the turn at the tip and then the turn at the bottom. Okay? Don't start at the frog. Start at the do the whole thing then, if you can. Remember, throw, so you can use this part of the here, right? So throw a piece of paper or something light, and it's flying in the air. Okay, just throw it like this. You don't have to go whipping. You just do this slow mo, like Tai Chi. See? Like this. Watch, watch, watch. I'm going to do more than one so you can see the turn right here. I don't hear the turn right there. The turn is not good. So. See, I'm getting to the frog, right? And my hand is. Okay. Try not to speed up the bow. The bow needs to be equal, and your hand vibrato needs to be equal too. Don't change the speed of the bow, because then that throws you off. And then what happened to your vibrato? It became more intense, more narrow. Keep it all the same. Okay. Do it again. This is called continuous. Sounding pretty good. You're so fast. Oh, oh gosh. Within a lesson, I bet you within next week you'll be okay. The main thing is you gotta press, not hard, but just normally on a note now, okay? Press too light, like you're like this. So look at this. If you press too light, what happens? It goes like this. See, it's too light, right? You're skidding all over. You're getting what? An overtone. Don't do that. It's not a harmonic, okay? Okay, so do it. Do it. Got it. Clean your strings. Take the rosin off your string. There's some rosin buildup too. It needs to be clean. That's the first thing people do when they think they have this kind of sound, like, oh, what's going on? Let me clean my strings. Okay? Oh, okay. So use your other cloth. This is called growing pains. Put your violin down for a minute. So you just relax for a minute. Relax your brain, okay? We're done almost, okay? I went past a little bit. Do you see how this 45 minutes of vibrato just went by like that? Yeah. But it takes a whole year or 2 years to get a good vibrato. The thing is, now your vibrato exercise is now kaput. Because you're not doing ee, ooh, wee, ooh. You're doing what? You can do it now. Okay? Right? But what's the thing that you think you need to work on?
The bow.
Yes. So let's do without the bow for a minute, without the vibrato. Just do the note and put your finger down, but no vibrato. Do you think you need more pressure in third position or a little thicker, right? So press down a little harder, but not too press. Don't press so hard on this, okay? Now, this is the exercise 2. Put exercise 2. I didn't have time to go through it, but you're doing it, right? So let's talk about it.
What do I write?
Okay, exercise 2, connecting bow. Remember that exercise that we did, connecting bow, that the tip and the frog? You gotta do that, okay? Tip 1 was what? What's a tip about legato bowing?
Wait, about exercise 2 again. What do I write?
Legato bowing, remember? I've taught you this. This is a repeat, okay? Because you gotta use it. What was my tips on legato bowing? Give me some tips.
The pressure should be even throughout the bow.
Yes, so put that down. Even bow speed, especially at the frog and the tip. So you lighten up at the frog and more pressure at the tip, right? Just to get an even sound. You're trying to get it where I can't tell a up bow from a down bow. That's point of the even bow speed. Okay? What's another thing?
The turn out the tip and the frog.
Yeah, the turn needs to be what? Smoother, right? The turn, all this even bow is really at the turn, isn't it? It should help you with the turn. Okay, so another tip. How should your hair be?
Tight.
Tilt. Bow hair is tilted. Remember? So keep it on the string so it doesn't bounce, right? What about your wrist when you get on the frog end? How should your wrist look like?
Swan.
A swan neck, but then think about the movement of that wrist. How do you change to a up bow? You throw imaginary paper towel. See? Just a piece of paper or napkin that's light, like this, see? Do this, see?
Yeah.
And that movement, why do we do that? Because we want this part, we want to be able to play this section of the bow, okay? Right now, it's kind of hard, right? Because you're not using it. So when you throw it up there, you're going to get there, okay? And then there's a new one. I didn't add last time. The last tip is head movement. So I'll show you, okay? So look, Gabriel, and you can show me real quick. The head movement is natural. It's not like you're throwing your head in there for no reason. It has movement. So look at this though, okay? Look at my back. Is it straight or crooked, okay? What am I doing? I'm looking at a tip, and then I'm going towards my frog, and I lean down a little bit, and then I go up again. And my violin's actually moving, okay? It helps me get to the frog even further, okay? Your turn.
I'm following the bow.
Yeah, so you're looking, straightening out your back, and almost breathing kind of, right? You're kind of like this, and then go down, okay? Yeah, so look down, right? Dig in there, okay? Okay? Trying to get to the frog, right? We're trying. Do it again. Up and down, up and down. You stop. Don't stop the sound. We're getting a legato sound. It needs continuous. Look. Watch, watch, watch. This is the critical part at the frog. I play past the metal part. I play past the metal part. And I lighten up. It sounds just like the tip, doesn't it? It's not so heavy, is it? Your turn. Don't lose sound at the frog. Don't lose sound at the frog. Make sure you okay? You said don't go past where the oily part is. Try not to go past the oily part, okay? Good job. Alternate with the bow and the vibrato. See how I dip my head towards the when I'm towards the frog. Okay?
The vibrato, uh, the vibrato with the legato bowing, right?
Yes. So put them together. Okay. Let's just do it in order. Homework number 1 is connecting bow. Right. Smooth turns at the frog and the tip. So do at least 4 of those sets. Right. Set up and down. Two down, up, down, up. Okay. Because I want to hear the bottom. Homework number 2 is put the vibrato with the bow now. Got it? Homework number 3, play your third finger now. So now you got your second finger down, right? In position. Just place your third finger right behind it and then let go of your second finger. Okay? You're going to practice. Now, homework number 3 is practice with third finger now. Okay? So how do you find we're going to play it where it's a half step above the second finger? Got it?
So homework 2 is put the legato bowing with the vibrato, and homework 3 is do the vibrato with
third finger, and it's going to be the half step, and right above the second finger that you have. Okay. Okay. So this note. So do the same thing. Be in position and right. Practice the third finger now. Okay. You can even record that one too. Got it?
Okay.
Okay, great. I'll talk to you next time. I went past the time now. Bye,
Okay.
kid.